Everybody, it's your boy Angel. Hope and pray that you're having a blessed day. I know I am. Bringing you guys an updated Cyber Angel list. Ended up getting first place with this deck as well. Took it to locals. Ended up actually interesting story. I had to take a round one loss because I got there at 6:45. That's what I'm used to our local starting at, and then find out that it started at 6:30 for whatever reason. That was kind of funny, but my buddy just told me, "Hey man, enter anyway." I did. I ended up winning the rest of the 3 rounds, whatnot. My matchups were second round played against Heroes. Got that 2-0. Third round played Blue Eyes. Got that 2-1. And then fourth round played Spiral Nightmare. Got that 2-1 as well. Had a really, really good match with a good buddy of mine named Hector. Hopefully we'll get some profiles of his in the future. And like I said, the deck did me well with the new ban list. We were playing new list anyway, so with the new list combined with some of the fact that there's been some cards that come out that really kind of added some support to the deck and showed up some of the weaknesses it had developed as the game progressed. When it first became, got a little bit of popularity when the Cyber Angel support came out. I was able to play it again and ended up doing well with it. So without further ado, guys, let me show you what I'm working with. All right, starting off, play one Cyber Angel Rosh. Guys, Vosh was just so good yesterday. When you summon her, what she does is she blows up every extra deck monster your opponent controls and burns them for 1,000 each, and then she can swing twice that battle phase. If they survive past that, and it's very rare that they don't OTK your opponent right then and there when you summon this card. She's just so solid. But if she survives past that, she can when the card or effect is activated on the field that will destroy a card. She can shuffle one of your ritual monsters that's in the graveyard back into the deck, so she can, she provides recursion as well and recycling for your resources because she is level 10, and so she does take resources to make her. But she can shuffle one of those back into the deck from the graveyard, negate the activation of that card and destroy it. As well as you're going to have your Machine Angel Ritual up on board with her as well, and to protect her. So she kind of just stays there a lot of times until your opponent can just guide you or something like that if they survive past turn one. And like I even had a game Friday rather, where she just survived past obviously that turn I summoned her, and then there's really still nothing my opponent could do. So very good once I range of Rosh. All right, played next. Got to run the obligatory 3 Cyber Angel Ben 10. She's just really, really good. Guys, because of this card, you can pretty much just do anything that you want to in this deck. She fetches everything that you need, searches whatever you want when you want it. It's just really, really good. This card is amazing. You really couldn't run the deck like this, like you want to without her. So you got to run the 3 Ben 10, no less than that. Trust me. Then next up, I ran the 1 Idaten. Idaten was really, really solid yesterday because what she does is when you use her as ritual fodder, she provides 1,000 attack and defense boost to all your rituals permanently. Forgive the blurriness, guys. Still learn how to master this camera. But she provides a additional 1,000 attack and defense boost to all of your ritual monsters permanently, and so she really helps you push for game as well as provide defense. Because yesterday it was very good play. I was able to protect my heroes by using her as ritual fodder and boost them up to 3,800 defense, and so therefore my opponent really wasn't able to go alternative dragon and beat over like commonly they would be able to. And so they end up just kind of getting caught up in the Herald shenanigans and just not really being able to play. So the 1 Idaten came in very, very handy yesterday. Next up, played the 1 Cyber Angel Natasha. Just very, very good. This was the MVP yesterday. This card is so awesome. It's broken. If you don't know what it does, I'll read it for her. I'll explain to her what she does. If my opponent decides to swing on any of my ritual monsters, I can just negate the attack at no cost at all. So she's just an infinite wall to prevent your opponent from being able to beat over any of your ritual monsters. On top of that, when she's in graveyard and she's been properly summoned, I can banish one of my Cyber Angel monsters from grave, target one monster my opponent controls, special summon her, and then control that monster permanently. That was just so good. Like this card, I'm able to make links with the card because it just can basically just empty my opponent's field. Use this, link off, etc., whatnot. I mean, it's just really, really good. Synchro material, whatever you want to do. This card really enables me to do a lot of plays that I have in my extra deck as well. Just overall, she was just a powerhouse yesterday. Got myself out of a pretty bad deficit with life points because she can also target a monster that I can control and gain attack point or gain life points equal to its attack. And so this card was just really, really solid. So I'm just running 1 Natasha. I might even up her up to 2 in the next list I come up with. Then next, finally for my ritual monsters, Just 3 Herald of Perfection. Just 3 Herald of Perfection. Look at me. This card is really, really, guys. We know what Herald does. You know, it's just this: the man, the myth, the legend. You summon Egg. More than likely, you're gonna win the duel. They better have a Kaiju. Just summon this a lot. This guy ended up getting Kaiju'd a lot, and that's where Natasha really came in handy, because I was summoning this with Natasha and tandem a lot on Friday, and it was really, really, really good. But once again, guys, you got to run 3 Herald. They're just too solid. If they don't have an out to it from like Kaiju, etc., like that or whatnot, or just like an inherent way to be able to beat over it, you know, it's like an easy summon, like a Masterpiece or alternative Dragon, like there's more like they're gonna win the game. So 3 Herald of Perfection. I rounds out my ritual lineup. Then got into, once again, feel this is the obligatory 3 stick. 3 chair. Call it the King James package. You resolve stick chair. Once again, there's so many buttons that I just feel, once again, if you just resolve these, if your opponent really doesn't have disruption, or you're able to stop the disruption that they have, you get your stick chair play going. You just win the game. Provides too much hand advantage. You know, be able to go into Ouroboros first turn. They got my opponent. Be able to go into the Delteros. Kind of spot remove anything that I'm having a problem with, or that's my opponent. They're not being able to respond. It's just really, really good. So this right here, this package is always awesome. And it also just adds just so much consistency to the deck. Next up, 2 Mind Juice. Don't feel the 3 is necessary at all. Just 2 is the right number. And then 2 Honest. This, like I said, 2 Honest as well is good. Don't need 3. That's just too much. Once again, guys, forgive the blur on this. Was to learn how to use this camera. The 2 Honest was really good yesterday. Just being able to have that security blanket, being able to, you know, summon my heralds in attack mode, beat over stuff, and, you know, whatnot. Just, you know, 2 Honest is really good, and be able to, and then also I can recycle these with Ritual Sanctuary, as we'll get into later in the deck profile. But just 2 Honest was really, really good as well. And then finally, for the last hand trap, I ran the 1 Herald of Orange Light. This is good just in case you're going second. Your opponent, you know, has a play. It provides a good bit of disruption. Really opens up the synchro aspect of the deck as well. I have, like to say, like, you know, this is a good toolbox just because of this card, and this is what it allows me to do in the deck. It was really good yesterday, and also adds that bit of consistency to the deck as well, because when you have your Ritual Sanctuary, I can bring this back from graveyard, you know, use it as link material, whatever, whatnot, synchro material, and it also just allows me to put back 2 spells into my deck that I really would like to see maybe later in the duel that could help me, and that did come up big on Friday. So let's get the Herald of Orange Light. Wouldn't cut it at all, because it just adds too nice of a wrinkle to the deck, and so that rounds out the monsters. Get into the spells. Ran triple Ritual Sanctuary. Just this card's so broken. Being able to pitch, get what you need, just be able to recycle your resources, and be able to reborn from graveyard all in 1 card. Just way too solid, way too strong. This card is just amazing. If this wasn't like once per turn, it just would probably be banned. It was just that good yesterday. Next up, 3 pre-prep instant Herald. It speaks for itself. For that. Then next, 3 Machine Angel Ritual. This obviously gets out all of your Cyber Angel monsters in themselves, but also provides just that blanket of protection, you know, for your Herald or any other light monster. Because if they were to be destroyed by a battle or card effect, or in any instance, you can banish this from the graveyard and protect all of your face-up light monsters, be they any kind, ritual, fusion, whatever they are, and just be able to have that security blanket as well. Just like, you know, being able to just not even have to expend resources to protect your monster sometimes is just really, really solid. So triple Machine Angel Ritual. 3 Dawns, because you have to be able to summon your Herald. Consistency, double Pot of Desires. 3 is too much. You end up, you know, drawing into it, seeing too much of it. Just two pot of Desires was really good yesterday. You know, so see just the right amount. Never drew into it off of itself. Just perfect ratio. Wouldn't up that at all. Wouldn't drop it down at all. 2 preparation of rights. I know it's at 3. I was tempted to run 3, but honestly, just 2 was good, because just being able to recycle it as well with my Ritual Sanctuary, I just didn't need 3. Never felt the need of it. And I personally thought it would just, you know, even if it's not once per turn, it would just clog. You know, it's just the consistency was already there the way I wanted it to. want it to be. So just 2 preparation advice did me just fine. You can run 3 if in any builds that you guys come up with, but I just found that the 2 in the build I was running was perfectly acceptable. Be able to search your field spell, played 2 terraforming, and then finally round out the deck. Played the welcome addition that this deck really needed. 2 Call by the Grave, being able to play your pre-prep, not get ashed, be able to resolve your field spell, not get ogred or ashed, things like that. Being able to have a way to just stop the disruption really kind of just brought this deck back to playability. Once again, when this card dropped, honestly, truth to be told, when this card got announced, the first thing I thought about was this deck. You know, contrary to the belief, this is the first deck that came to mind. Would be able to utilize this, really benefit from utilizing it, and it came up big yesterday. I honestly never got hand trapped because of this card. So, 2 Call by Grave. That's one card I actually think could probably even go to 3 in the deck. So that rounds out the main 40 card main. On to the sideboard. Played 2 Denko Seka. Obviously, you know, saying going second against hand traps, you know, things like Altergeist, etc., like that, whatnot. Just really strong. 2 Kaiju. That's all for the monsters that I cited. Just being able to, you know, spot remove, get over something like, for instance, you know, like if I was playing like Spiral Nightmare, they kind of make a mega board against you or whatever, whatnot. So like, you know, the play would be Kaiju, like the Trigate Wizard, whatever the disruption was, and then summon Vrash, and then it just kind of won me the game. So that's it right there for the monsters. Then I played 2 Strike, 2 Evenly, and then 2 D Barrier. Just really strong cards. Just you know, Strike pretty much. Honestly, if you catch Strike, if you strike somebody at the right moment against anything that they're really playing in the meta, probably outside of Altergeist, you kind of just win from there because they really need to be able to, you know, combo off. And if you hit the right thing, you pretty much just almost end their turn with the Strike. Evenly, obviously, resolve evenly, you win, and then D Barrier is just really good. We all know what D Barrier does. Pendulums were still around, etc. whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Invoked, things like that. Still really good deck. So just 2 D Barrier whatnot. Dropped it from 3 in my sideboard, but I'll still keep it around in the sideboard because it still comes in handy. Spells double Cosmic Cyclone, once again, be able to hit, you know, those back rows, etc., whatnot. Those things can stop you, be able to hit your anti-spells when they flip them on you, whatnot. Just 2 is perfect, fine for me. 2 Forbidden Chalice, just in case I'm going second against something that needs to be negated or whatever, whatnot, bait out a negate. And I played this because I ended up playing 1 board wipe. I played this over just playing the 2 complete board wipes just because I like something that's, you know, good going first and second as well without having to necessarily expend Herald resources. And so this really shined yesterday. And then finally, this 1 Dark Hole. Be able to clear board. We already know what Dark Hole does. It's just way too good. Onto the extra deck. Played 1 Constellar Diamond. This pretty much shut down my hero matchup. As you can obviously, for reasons obviously that you could imagine. 1 Delteros, being able to just blow up my opponent's, you know, whatever they have, and them not be able to do anything about it if it's not a solemn. 1 Ouroboros, just really this the turn 1, this optimal turn 1 play that you want to make right there. Put the 1 Fairy Cheer Girl. 1 Baguska. Played the Utopia package, not only because it outs the Ultimate Falcon if they you know, resolve the Awaken the Dragon on you, but this is also just a clever way to get 5,000 damage on board because you have the Honors and the Searchable as well. 1 Tornado Dragon, and then for Final for Xyz 1 Utopia Beyond. Links, 1 Borlo, never made it but still ran it for whatever. And then 1 Deco Talker. And then Synchros, 1 Omega, because he's going to make 1 FA Dawn actually, because I can make this with Herald of Orange Light and Natasha. Then ran 1 Scarlet Steel Game, and then also 1 Coral Dragon as well, because there was a play one time where I used a Benton that I actually had outrightly summoned. Used a, oh no, sorry, not use a Benton, but used a Manju that I outrightly summoned. Or whatnot, brought it back with Ritual Sanctuary, then dropped down Herald, made this, then summoned Herald of Perfection. Then I ended up having a Popper on field and a Negate on board as well. And so like those were just really strong. My opponent really couldn't do anything about it. It's added just a great addition to the toolbox of the deck. So that's it, guys. That rounds out the deck in itself. Like I said, it did very well for me. Ended up getting first place. Glad I can play it again, guys. If there's anything you think I should change, feel free to comment down below. If you're new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, guys. Once again, it's your boy Angel. Make great choices. Hope the Lord bless you, adds to you abundantly, and peace.